Majority of your people oppressed. That's the thing about why my family always told me, hey, don't get on those Section 8 programs, because what the government do, they your pimp. They telling you when you can eat, how you can live, what you can do, and they ready to take that shit back. They take it, what you gonna do. Now they took them jobs and everybody around here crying, oh, they took my job, they racist, but you had that job for 12 years. Just, speaking in general,
I think
just making a point.
Okay,
What did you do?
I think
the
if I
solo,
could,
solo,
Taj, if I
solo,
could stop, if you
solo. Let me
could,
jump in, solo.
no,
Go ahead, go ahead.
I think that that's an option. I think that if you
It
are a
is.
single person like me, that is an option that you can take. But I think
It is. I
that
gotta
when it
agree with
comes to
Solo. So
women
Cairo,
with,
go ahead, Solo.
when it comes to women or men with more responsibility, that isn't something feasible that I think someone can do if they have like financial like requirements that they have to take care of. Because doing something like that, I think that if you work it for a period of time and then you eventually quit your job, so because your business is now supplementing your income, that is an option, I think. Yeah. But as it relates to like a normal person, that not normal, because I totally agree. I mean, I think we should create our own. I think we should pay each other, etc. So I agree with that. But as someone that is just working as a normal American, Black American, that isn't conscious, they're just trying to figure out how they're going to afford rent, how they're going to afford license stuff. I think I think that's the other foot, is that some people have more financial responsibility that they can't sort of work both things at the same time, because when they go home, maybe they got to be a mom. So it's just other things that people could be going with where that route wouldn't be as feasible. But I do agree, as far as the Section 8, like I think that Section 8 is such a small budget in the American system. Like they spend billions of dollars on other things. And to hear people sort of compare that to be sort of like a big thing, like this big, massive budget for Section 8, I think that Section 8 is the least that the government can do for people who are struggling in their country. And they don't have enough of it. Like the list to get on Section 8 is 3 years long. They don't open it, so they make it harder to forget. So there is just not a lot of people on Section 8. These people spend billions of dollars on weapons, billions of dollars on wars, billions of dollars on sending aid to start wars with other countries. These people spend so much money on all of this terrorism in this world. But when I hear people complain about Section 8, I just can't even fathom like what would be the issue if the government decided to help 10 million Americans out of 380 something million of us. Like, what is wrong with them spending their money to help people who are struggling in our country? Because you don't qualify for Section 8 unless you're in poverty. So you
Below the
don't
poverty line.
qualify.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so you don't qualify. So anybody who's making any more than $1,000, anything like that, you're not qualifying for Section 8. So I don't understand what the big issue is with people. And then you have to have kids. So if you're not struggling as a single adult plus a kid, you don't qualify for that. But so what is, and they bail out these companies. So they provide them with billions and billions of dollars, our dollars as taxpayers. We pay into this system and they spend their money helping their billionaire friends. But
Uh-huh.
then you have us as the poor people, the bottom 99%, we're fighting and mad about someone who's doing worse off than us getting a little help from the government. I mean, it's not a lot. They cut it every year. So it's just, I guess I just disagree with that sort of notion, because
There's nothing wrong with that.
I see that the
Uh-huh.
money that this country spends, of our money, taxpayers, that don't even benefit us at all. But at least we have a mom off the street with her kids, a shelter here, and I guess, never mind.
Now, well said.
So
Let,
what
let,
we
let
were
me, Jamie.
talking about was, go ahead. I was specifically talking about, because you got programs that's synonymous to Section 8, right? I understand that it's more than to just Section 8. I'm not just focused on Section 8. We were specifically talking about, what's in the bill, what's hindering people. That's
Uh-huh.
what I was speaking on.
So here's what stood out to me. Cairo, when you got to the part about, people working, been on the job for 12 years, it's a career psychology. It goes back, it's a generational thing. So I guess I would ask the question, is a federal job a career job?
Absolutely.
I
The
agree,
federal
Solo. I
government
agree.
has so many benefits for people who work, and you can retire after 20 years.
And that's what people are used to. Right.
And
So
like
Cairo,
literally, you can work in the
uh-huh.
government. You can get a government job at 25, and you can retire at 45 and go get another job and be getting that pension
Or live
for the
off your
rest of
pensions.
your
Right.
life.
So Cairo, I think that's, and there's nothing wrong with what you said. I learned from both perspectives. But if anything was to be, and I'm trying to choose my words carefully, let's say Mark, and so I think the best generation to speak to that would be like the our parents' generation who had if our parents got a government job or our grandparents,
That
they
was a
held
good
on to them
job.
jobs.
Yeah,
We're different,
absolutely.
Cairo. So that's all I wanted. I wanted to speak on something else, but I'll get to that later. Go ahead, Jamie. You got it.
All right. So a lot was said, obviously. So for me with Trump, like I said from the beginning, damn, why do I have an echo?
I don't hear an echo, but I'll mute myself just in case it's me.
I definitely had one.
Yeah, no echo over here.
But like I said, I think we spend way too much time with Trump with what we think is the negatives, and then even when it's a
Right.
positive, we don't tend to want to
Right.
even acknowledge it. So um when it comes to him cutting these stuff and stuff like that, when I initially saw that, at least majority of it, I'm gonna use my same analogy that I always use. When it comes to these Democrats and these damn Republicans, they're both bad. Neither one of us is favorable for us. However, you have to pick and choose from something, right? So these benefits that we are speaking of that black people clinch into so much are things that are handicapping us. It
Exactly.
really is, bro. It's handicapping the hell out of us to so much to just like the comparison what I was saying with AI. So much so that we're reliant on it. And when we rely on that shit, when it's taken away, what you're gonna do then?
That's
Which
my point.
is basically what Trump has done. He's taking that shit away from you. And then like
Can I
yeah,
jump
I have
in?
echo there now.
Oh
Solo.
wait, oh wait, I want to say something.
You can when I get done. I'll sit here and listen to y'all for like 40 minutes. But anyways, um,
Go ahead,
I mean
Jamie.
y'all know I did. I didn't say a word. I let y'all cook. But
You did. That's why I started laughing. Like he definitely. But Solo, I know how it is. You be holding that thought. But you're right, Jamie. Go
I
ahead.
was having the same thing. Trust me, I wanted to interfere with a lot of stuff.
That anxiety, excited thought. Uh-huh.
But anyways, like I was saying, when that shit stripped away, now what you gonna do? And then on top of that, like I said, this is the analogy that I'm talking. I love to compare it with the fishermen. You know that we all know that saying that says, if you give the man a fish, he'll eat for that day. But if you teach him how to fish, he'll be able to survive forever. Right? The
Uh-huh.
Democrats are the people that give you the fish. They give you the fish and keep making you relying on it so that whenever basically whenever somebody's giving you something, they can control you. It's that simple. If they give you something, you can control you because they know you need it.